France Football has released lists of nominees for the different awards that will be given out at the 2025 Ballon d'Or, which will be held on the 22nd of September in Paris, and it has got a lot of people talking. Now, while the list contained many names fans expected to have been nominated, there were some huge shockers, and that's what we're here to talk about today. These are the 10 biggest shocks of the 2025 Ballon d'Or list. The biggest one has to be the inclusion of Scott McTominay, the first Scotsman to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or in 38 years. And no, it's not a shock as if he didn't deserve it. He certainly did. In just his first season in Italy, he led Napoli to the Scudetto as the Serie A MVP, so a Ballon d'Or nomination was the least he deserved. Fans were just shocked to see the Scotsman on the list because of the reputation he had at Manchester United. Remember McFred? He was considered a player with no footballing ability while he was in England, but now, just 1 year after his exit, he is being featured in the list of the 30 best players on the planet. Yeah, it really made fans turn their heads a little. It was also pretty shocking to not have seen any of PSG's centre-backs on the list. Marquinhos and William Pacho formed a lethal partnership at the heart of PSG's defence last season, and while everyone else around them got nominated, they were left out. PSG were not only an attacking force on their way to winning the European treble for the first time in their history, they were also defensively solid, and we believe that, at the very least, one of those two players should have got a nod. It seems like you have to have a certain aura and reputation to get nominated these days, because Virgil van Dijk got nominated with just one trophy won. Meanwhile, Marquinhos and Pacho won a treble and reached the final of the Club World Cup, yet they were snubbed. There's one more big shocker from the PSG team. Can you guess what we're talking about here? Take a shot at it in the comments. We'll see if you're right soon. Now, you know what else left people really shocked? Seeing Lamine Yamal in the nominees list for the Copa Trophy. Having won it in 2024, a lot of people didn't expect to see the teenager on the list again this year, so they were shocked. And we get where the confusion is coming from, so let's quickly help clear that up. The Golden Boy Award is the one you can only win once in your career and never again, so don't expect to see Lamine on that list when it comes out later this year. But as for the Copa Trophy, provided you're still under 21, you can continue to be nominated and continue to win. You know what this means? Everyone in Lamine's age bracket should be really worried because he doesn't turn 21 until 2028. But hey, Désiré Doué could really give him a run for his money this year after having won the treble and recorded 3 goal contributions in the Champions League final. Who do you think will win the Copa Trophy this year? Tell us in the comments. Another big shock was seeing Thibaut Courtois snubbed for the big award, especially because 3 Real Madrid players were nominated. Any real Real Madrid fan will tell you that in the 2024-25 season, Courtois was easily one of the club's best 3 players, so it's pretty strange that he didn't get a nod, but others did. Another big player who was snubbed was Moises Caicedo. You're nominating Chelsea for Club of the Year, nominating their manager for Coach of the Year, and even nominating a Chelsea player for the Ballon d'Or, but you left out the guy whom the club named Player of the Season. Really? The Ecuadorian midfielder was very consistent throughout the season. When Chelsea were going through a rough patch, he was still solid. Even when Parma's form dipped, Caicedo remained excellent. He helped the club win the Conference League and the Club World Cup and was deservedly named the club's best player. He certainly deserved a Ballon d'Or nod. Declan Rice got nominated despite not winning a single trophy, not featuring in the Club World Cup, and not even playing in a single final. If the Englishman could get nominated, Caicedo certainly deserved to as well. Another Chelsea man who deserved a nod from France Football was Enzo Fernandez. Just think about it for a second. What didn't Enzo have in the 2024-25 season? He won 2 trophies, was consistent, was directly involved in 26 goals from the midfield, and he helped his team secure Champions League football. Compare this to other midfielders who were nominated. Florian Wirtz, who plays further up the pitch, only had 5 more goal contributions than Enzo, but he didn't win a trophy and wasn't even at the Club World Cup. Jude Bellingham had just 4 more goal contributions than Enzo and won just as many trophies as Enzo. Bellingham and Wirtz didn't have better seasons than the Argentine, so if they were nominated, why then was Enzo Fernandez snubbed? And since we're talking about Argentine internationals, let's talk about Emi Martinez. Okay guys, seriously, why was he nominated for the Yashin Trophy this time? What spectacular thing did he do in the 2024-25 season? Aston Villa finished 6th on the Premier League table, missing out on Champions League football. He didn't win the Golden Glove. He didn't win any trophy. He wasn't at the Club World Cup. So really, why was he nominated for this? Yes, he was great in the Champions League, helping Aston Villa get as far as the quarter-final, but Szczęsny was great too and helped Barcelona reach the semi-finals, but he wasn't nominated. At this point, it feels like Dibu just keeps getting nominations because of his reputation. I mean, Robert Sanchez literally won the Club World Cup Golden Glove, kept a clean sheet in the final against PSG, and conceded fewer Premier League goals than Emi Martinez, but he wasn't nominated. Now, remember we said that there's another PSG shocker. Well, that's about Bradley Barcola. Like we said in a previous video, this dude just keeps getting disrespected. Barcola had more goal contributions than Doué in the 2024-25 season, but Doué gets nominated for the Ballon d'Or while Barcola gets snubbed. Heck, even Kvara, who only played half a season with PSG, got a nod, but Barcola was snubbed. It's pretty crazy, to be honest. We certainly think the French winger deserves a lot more appreciation than he gets. Some fans were also quite surprised by the exclusion of Cristiano Ronaldo. They believe that after winning the Saudi Pro League Golden Boot and helping Portugal win the Nations League while finishing as the Nations League finals top scorer, the very least he deserved was a Ballon d'Or nomination. Historically, winning an international trophy usually boosts the chances of big players at these awards, but this time it seemed to do nothing for CR7, and fans have expressed some level of shock. Finally guys, how come Alexander Isak wasn't nominated? I mean, when you look at the list and see names like Sergio Guirassy, Lautaro Martinez and Victor Gyökeres, it makes you wonder. Isak is competing in arguably the toughest league in the world, finished second in the Golden Boot race in that league, helped his team secure Champions League football and won a trophy. But he didn't get nominated. Gyökeres won a trophy but in a less competitive league, while both Lautaro and Guirassy went trophy-less, but they all made the 30-man list. Heck, even Erling Haaland finished trophyless and got outscored by Isak in the Premier League, but the Norwegian got nominated while the Swede got snubbed. Once again, it's pretty obvious that reputation is a big factor when it comes to these big awards, because this right here is a bit of a shocker. Are there other things that shocked you about the latest Ballon d'Or nominees? What would you say was the biggest shocker of all? Get in the comments and talk to us. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Oh, you've asked for it and we've finally delivered. Relive the glory days with the most iconic designs in football history. Whether you're a fan of classic club colours or legendary international strips, we've got something to ignite your nostalgia. Perfect for match days, casual wear or adding to your collection. Shop the new retro range now at goal90.shop. Massive discounts await.